Last week we discussed the transition from traditional media marketing to content marketing. In this module, we will discuss keyword research, which is the foundation of your online marketing strategy. Keyword research is necessary for effective search engine optimization and a comprehensive content strategy. It forms the first step in both these processes. In this first step, it is important to determine which keywords generate a high amount of traffic and which ones have a high conversion rate. The overall goal is to bring people to your website and keep them there. If a word brings in a lot of traffic, but there's also a high bounce rate, you have a problem. The bounce rate refers to the rate at which people immediately leave your site once there. A high bounce rate in terms of keywords could mean that the keyword is not relevant to your website, or the content is not relevant to the keyword. The right keywords will also distinguish between buyers and just window shoppers. It's nice to get a lot of traffic, even better to get conversions, and of course it's best if you can get both return on investment and high traffic volumes at once. High conversion keywords bring you a lot of sales, signups, or whatever action your website considers a conversion. Before we show you how to use the various keyword research tools, take a look at your website statistics first. There you'll find a list of keywords and phrases used to find your site. You will often be surprised to see that the list is a lot longer than you thought. This initial step in the keyword research process is very important, as it'll give you a helpful insight into the exact type of words and phrases potential customers or clients are using to find you. To determine the best keywords and phrases for your website, you should consider the statistical model called the long tail. The long tail model was made popular for describing the retail strategy of selling a large number of unique items in quite small quantities, usually in addition to selling fewer popular items in large quantities. Chris Anderson brought this concept to life in a 2004 article and also in his book The Long Tail: Why the Future of Business is Selling Less of More. Using an example of book sales in his book, Anderson points out those products with a low demand can make up a larger sales volume than any of the few best sellers on offer. Studies have shown that a large portion of Amazon.com's sales come from lesser known titles that are often not found in bookstores. This long tail model can easily be represented on a graph, where the vertical axis would represent the number of sales and the horizontal axis would be the book rankings. This same technique can also be applied to keywords. Long tail phrases are those that have a bigger niche or focus and they don't get as many searches as, say, the long neck phrases. By optimizing for long tail phrases, you are able to cover a wide variety of words or phrases. For instance, if you consider video production, people don't only search for that exact phrase. They could use others like film production, DVD studio, and so on. Long tail phrases cater for a wider audience, which means that there are fewer competing phrases. The closer the long tail keywords match the content page on your website, the higher your search engine rankings will be. It's better to feature higher for more words than for one over-contested phrase. The long neck, on the other hand, are keywords that are more commonly used. They are usually only one word in length and have more general scope. We at Sound Idea have many different websites, each focusing on different aspects of our business. One of these websites is dedicated to video production. To give you a working example of the long tail, take a look at our video production site example. If I go to our website stats and look at the keywords and phrases used to find our site, you can clearly see the wide variety of long tail phrases. A successful search is much more than the results of the long neck. For instance, if you're looking specifically for a pizza place in your area, you're not likely to type food into Google. You might use Pizza Centurion, for example. The relevance of the keyword to your specific business is more important than the amount of times a specific keyword is used. In keeping with the pizza example, let's say it was lunchtime and you felt like a pizza but didn't know where to go, so you decided to use Google search. If you type the word food into the search, you'll find yourself searching in the long neck of search phrases. To narrow your search, you type in pizza, or even narrower, meaty pizza. At this stage, you are approaching the long tail. More specific search produces fewer results but increases precision. By searching the phrase pizza delivery centurion, you are using long tail keywords and most likely getting the result you need. Pizza delivery centurion would be found at the far end of the long tail. The more precision you add to your key phrases, by adding more detailed words, the more sloped your long tail graph becomes. The graph begins at the top with one-word phrases that are hotly contested, followed by phrases that contain 2 to 3 words that are only slightly less risky. This end of the graph, called the long neck, usually generates a lot of searches but also a very low conversion rate because the phrases and words are so broad. The results provided by a search engine based on these words are often not what the user were actually searching for, as in the case of video production. If the user searches video, they'll get a list from Google ranging from what is video to National Geographic videos. Therefore, as you get further along the graph and start adding more words, creating longer phrases, it becomes easier to accumulate traffic to your site and thus convert leads into sales. Searching for corporate video production will give you a list of video production companies only. Adding centurion to your phrase will narrow the results even further, that only video production sites in centurion are displayed. Focusing on the long tail keywords and optimizing for these words will lead to more sales conversions. In order to do effective keyword research, you will need help from various tools that can be found free of charge online. We recommend that you use the Google AdWords keyword tool. It's one of the more popular tools. Type the following into your web browser's address bar or search for the AdWord tool in Google. Type your company's website address in the website area. We are going to use our video production company for this example. Enter the capture code and click on search. The results will display all the keywords Google has found relevant to our website. Select the download button, select all and download the .csv file. Open the CSV file in Excel. Go to sort and filter, select custom sort, select local monthly searches, select values and select largest to smallest. Next, go to File, choose Save As. Create a directory for your CSV file. Choose an appropriate name. Make sure the file type is CSV and save. Go back to your browser window, dismiss the download box. Clear the website field and in the word or phrase box, enter corporate video. Download the file and save the document like the previous one. Repeat this action with the following phrases: filming company, marketing films, and corporate video production centurion. This process can be repeated for as many phrases or words relating to your own website. After saving your files, compile a final list of around 200 appropriate key phrases and discard the rest. Remember to save your final list as a CSV file. Later on in the course, we will show you how to use the compiled list. One thing to keep in mind is that search engines tend to favor content that focuses on hot key phrases. A very good way to check on trending phrases is to go to www.google.co.za/trends. Type in any search phrase and you can see where the search volumes are rising or falling. Another all-important tool can be found at www.google.co.za/insights/search. Here you can get advanced keyword reports based on seasonality, geography, and categories. The next step now would be to choose the right keywords for your website. After using all the available tools, you will need to judge the results on relevance, competition, and value. Firstly, are the keywords relevant to your business, product, or service? Secondly, you will want to gauge the competition. Take note of the number of competing sites, whether you rank in the results page, and your ability to compete. If you find your website on the second or third page, you have a better chance than if you're not ranked anywhere and there are 10 million competing sites. Your ability to compete will be based on how often you update your site's content. Finally, do your chosen keywords bring value to your website? Let us use the example of a hotel in Cape Town. The terms luxury Cape Town hotel and budget Cape Town hotel can both be used by someone looking for accommodation in Cape Town. However, it's more likely that someone looking for a luxury hotel is intending to spend more. That means that particular lead has a higher value, especially if you have a hotel booking website that offers a range of accommodation. Using the right tools and choosing the right keywords are crucial in developing your website's content. In the next module, we will take a look at how to conduct an audit of all the content on your site. This can also be seen as a stocktake of all the pages, features, and extras you have on your company's website.